So, welcome to Regents Bar and Kitchen. Now, this has gone upmarket since I was last here, and I was probably here a few years ago. But today we're going to come and try the coffee, and we're also going to try the panna raisin, which actually, from first go, actually feels rather lovely. It doesn't feel overly crisp like some of them do. So we're giving you a taster on those. Also, whilst we're here, to tell you as well. So you've seen the inside, there's massive space inside, and now you've seen the outside, there's loads of space here as well. Regent's Park probably is one of my favourite royal parks, and the reason it's one of my favourite royal parks is you've got to put a bit of effort to come down here. So it's not in the centre of London, like Hyde Park, and also St James's Park, which is right by Buckingham Palace and Green Park as well. And therefore, really busy places. Regent's Park, you've got to put a bit of effort, you've got to come out here, you've got to come to Baker Street Tube Station, which is more on the outskirts of the West End. So, as far as busyness, it's not. But for everything that it's got, it's phenomenal. It's got lakes, it's got boating, you've got amazing flowers, you've got the Japanese garden, some incredible statues and some history here as well. So for me, Regent's Park is probably one of my favourite royal parks. Now, in our series, we're trying to have coffees in different places and what they're like, and especially in what I would call probably more touristy areas. So doing that during the summer and sitting outside during the summer is, well, absolutely spot on. So we've gone for a black Americano as normal, and we've gone for the panna raisin. But also just want to tell you as well, they do quite an extensive menu. And what I really love is they've hit the technology side, and you can stay, get your seat, you can stay here. You haven't got to worry about leaving the children if you're with children or leaving everyone else. You can scan the QR code and then order directly from the table. Let's just have a quick look at what they've got. Oh, it even includes, sorry, I don't know why I went straight to the back, but that's the wines. So you've got wines, you've got hot drinks and iced drinks, and then on the inside you've got breakfast. So this place, so they do breakfast until 11:30, which includes a full English if you fancy that, or a breakfast bap or a granola if you're going there, and even pancakes as well, including eggs Benedict you can have. Wow. Check that out. You've also got sourdough pizzas for mains. You've got cheeseburgers and fish and chips if you want those here. I wouldn't have fish and chips in the middle of Regent's Park. It's going to be deeply fried and not that fantastic. There's some other great places you can go for fish and chips in London. But anyway, you could have a burger. And you've also got fresh seasonal salads. Now that's something good to have here, including chicken avocados, salmon niçoise, a Greek salad, and also a garden salad. There you go. So you've got completely vegetarian options on here, and you've also got sides of chips, lettuce, wild rocket, and parmesan. With a house dressing, and you've also got garlic bread as well. So you've got quite a selection there of different types of food you can have if you're feeling hungry around lunchtime. But anyway, that's not why we're here. 3 minutes into the video and he's got to the point. Oh, if you're a regular watcher of this channel, you'll know all about it. Anyway, right, so let's go for the coffee, shall we? Excellent. Right, so like that, it's got its own mug with that on, so there you go. Oh God, the smell is sensational. Now, to be quite honest, having had coffee in some of the stand-up places that you've got in St James's Park, it's just a little kiosk and you go and get your coffee, it's a pretty ropey. And we will do a test on that at some point. But the one thing I just also want to highlight, the reason we're doing this is because we don't want to do Starbucks, we don't want to do the normal places that people go to, but we also want to do the barista style coffee, not the places with the push buttons. And what I always do beforehand is it one of those coffees where they actually make their own coffee through the barista style, or is it one of those where they put it in a machine, hit the button and go? Okay, and if it's one of those, we don't do it, we don't cover it, because what's the point? It's just a processed coffee. So this is a barista style coffee, made to order. I can't, the smell is absolutely incredible. And it's a very strong smell. Now I don't know if this is the washing up, but I've never come across this before. You know the smell when you're about to tuck into your first spoon of Heinz tomato soup? And I'm going Heinz here because it's got its own particular. I can almost smell that. So that is quite a weird one. Anyway, let's hope it hasn't tainted the coffee, and maybe it's the washing up. But anyway, it smells like Heinz tomato soup. But once you get past that, the aroma is rather lovely. It's yeah, you've got to get right down close to it because of that overpowering otherwise. But I'm going to go, yeah, that's a sort of a very deep woody smell on that one. I can almost get a bit of chocolate, which might be why the Heinz tomato, you know, that sort of sweetness that's in there. It's going to be a very interesting coffee. So I'm going to go for the aroma. I'm going to go for a 4 on the aroma because I really love that. It's really nice, even with the Heinz tomato soup. Sorry, it's just taking me back to my childhood, eating Heinz tomato soup on a Sunday afternoon. Right. Oh, here comes the wind. So there's that. So that's 4. Let's go next for the acidity and the sweetness. Now, I can feel the acidity. It's gone over my tongue. I can feel it falling off. So just right, just nice the acidity actually. I'm going to give the acidity, still lingering. I'm still getting Heinz tomato soup. I really do wonder if they put it in the dishwasher with a bowl. Actually, I didn't even see that on the menu, so I'm not quite sure where the hell that's come from. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to give the acidity a 3 on that one. Because when it hits your tongue, it's quite overpowering, but then it does dissipate quite quickly. And it's quite, but it does go. So yeah, no, I'm going to give that a 3 for the acidity, so we're on 7 there. Let's go for the sweetness. Sweetness. Yeah, that's just about right. I'm going to go for a 3 on the sweetness on that one. So that gives us 10 on that. So that's giving us a 10 so far on the 3. Next is the body. Now the body is lovely. And in fact, let's just move the camera because I just want to give you an idea of the body because that is really good. Now the body, if we just swish it round, can you see? It's not pure water, it's thicker than that. And it's got a lovely body to it. So let's see if we can get the camera back right there. The body I'm going to give a 5. I'm really, really impressed with the body. That is beautiful. That is just how I love the coffee. That is just, yeah, that is absolutely spot on. This is doing well because I really didn't have much hopes for one of these Royal Park cafes. Just don't, because it's in the middle of somewhere, it's in a tourist area, and it's a quick do and done, and etc. So, yeah, that's really good. So we're on 15 so far. And the finish, well, once you get over that acidity, and that goes, that is a decent cup of coffee. For the finish, if it wasn't for that acidity and the overpowering of the acidity, I'd probably score it a bit more. But for the finish, I'm going to give, sorry, for the finish on that, I'm going to give that a 3 because that acidity is quite overpowering. I'll give it a 4 on that one actually. So that's an 18. That's an 18 out of 25 coffee for somewhere in the middle of touristy areas, etc. That's quite good. Really is. Now, it's not in the top league of coffee, but if you're coming here, I would certainly have a look and certainly come to that. Now, there are 2 coffee places here in the middle of Regents Park. There's this one, and there's the one at the top of the avenue, which then goes into the boardwalk, which is the long walk down to Regents Park Zoo, so the zoo here in London, from Regents Park Station. So we might try that at another time, but 18 for a coffee place like this. Yeah, I'll take that. Right, excellent. And the other way you can tell it's a decent coffee is because I've downed it already. I haven't had to think about, I've got to drink this. Nice. Right, like we've had with a few of the coffees recently. Okay, let's go for the panna raisin. And also, I love the fact they actually asked, is it take away? Because then I've got a China cup. So, you know, my thoughts on China cups from watching previous videos. Right, panna raisin. Are you ready? This, I think, is going to be quite good. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Right, let me give it a close up. So you've got the raisins, but also tucked in that, which I wasn't expecting, is apple. So it's like an apple Danish with the raisins around it as well. That was a surprise. Maybe I ought to start marking up cakes and pastries. If you watch the one on Belgravia, you know how awful and how dreadful that brownie was. And that was from a baker's. So once again, coming to a place like this. Now, I know they're going to get it in, and I know it's going to be delivered on bulk, but wherever they get them from, keep going. Suppliers are doing you well. So, yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. Right. Now, that noise, which is of a parakeet here, reminds me, if you're eating outside, especially in a park in London, guard your food. I have, and I'm just looking around, a number of pigeons keeping an eye on me. No seagulls, just pigeons at the moment. So if you leave your food unattended outside on a bench, you can guess what's going to happen to it. Yep, it's going to go. So just do keep it attended. Pigeons getting closer, so I'm just going to guard my food with. So thanks so much for watching, guys. It's really good. I really enjoyed that. Now, tell you what I'm going to leave you with. I'm going to leave you with a video of another tourist area that I went to where the coffee was also really, really good. And that's down by the Albert Embankment, which is opposite the Houses of Parliament. And it's actually one of these caravans doing coffee called Two Love. And that's in the top right-hand corner. Thanks so much for watching. And if you want to support the channel, you can do. There's a QR code coming up and you can scan that and you can buy me a coffee and then we'll nominate one of the coffees for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video. That was a good one. Bye.